Favorite team.
Welcome back to MLB 30 for 30 videos. Today we're talking about the Minnesota Twins. I'm Justin St. Peter.
And I'm Michael Hoeflinger.
We still have technical difficulties, but bottom line, these Twins are not going to be very good this year.
Yeah, probably not. They do have one bright spot in Joe Mauer, but that's about it. And the upcoming future.
Yes, Joe Mauer, they moved him away from catcher because they want him playing in the lineup every day, and he had was it a concussion or was it something else bad?
I'm not sure, but he's had injury issues for the last couple of seasons. But he's no longer catching. He's playing first.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him. He is proven to be a solid defender, and he's still a great hitter. I think he'll be definitely the only all-star of this team, and he'll be like the lone bright spot for this team this year.
Yeah, I mean, they do have Josh Willingham. I know Brewers fans remember Josh Willingham hit 2 grand slams in one game against us, but yeah, he's a good player as well. But yeah, not a whole lot of guys that are going to instill too much fear in you. Jason Kubel, maybe.
Yeah, and Jason Kubel's coming off a really tough year with the Diamondbacks where he was actually cut. So, yeah, their lineup, Alex Presley's really fast. He'll be an outfielder. They'll try to get Aaron Hicks back in the lineup. They rushed him to the majors last year. He really struggled hitting.
Yeah, but up and coming, they do have the top prospect in the league in Byron Buxton, who will probably make an appearance after a couple months of the regular season.
If he's not by like summer, he'll definitely be a September call-up.
Yeah,
he is projected to be the future for them. He can field, he can hit, he can do everything.
Yeah, if you're number one on all the prospect radar list, you got a lot of expectations. Hopefully, he can live up to them.
Yep, and one of the top other prospects they had, third baseman Miguel Sano. He was actually competing for a starting job until he tore something, and he'll be out for the year.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but I mean that's what happens in baseball. But hopefully he can come back next year and have a good season. And with him and Buxton coming up, they got bright future. The guy I like that's currently up there, Pedro Floriman. I think that guy's got some good potential as well. He's makes some nice highlight reel plays every now and then.
Okay, I don't know much about him.
I've watched Floriman a couple times, and he's impressive. I like him as a shortstop. Trevor Plouffe is an okay third baseman as well, but
they really like Trevor Plouffe. They wanted to give him an extra shot, so I think Sano might not have made it the starter right away, but they really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the veteran Kurt Suzuki, kind of bounced around, not like one of the greatest hitters, but just a solid catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And then Oswaldo Arcia in the outfield, another young guy, not much known about him, but it'll be all about plugging in young guys, seeing who fits.
Yeah. And going down to the pitching, Ricky Nolasco projected to be their number one starter. Pretty decent pitcher there, but I mean, Kevin Correa, Phil Hughes, those guys aren't bad. Mike Pelfrey, I've never really enjoyed. I never thought Mike Pelfrey was ever going to amount to much back when he was with the Mets. And Vance Worley, kind of top 5 on there. Just going to hold their own, but I mean, they need to pitch well because they're not going to have a whole lot of run support with this lineup.
Last year, the problem with the Twins was they really didn't have an ace, and they really didn't have anybody that could throw fast. This year, I'm pretty sure Nolasco, does he throw pretty? I think he throws okay.
Yeah, he's okay, I'd say. I mean, I don't think he's any spectacular fireballer, but decent guy.
Yeah, Nolasco is a decent 2-3 pitcher. He's not an ace. He's a decent pitcher though. The Twins got out and got a couple solid pitchers. Phil Hughes is solid. Pelfrey's okay. Worley, I don't really think too much of.
No.
They got to get some top starting pitchers from the minors. I'm assuming they've been bad enough for a while. They probably have a few coming up soon.
Yeah. Glenn Perkins in the bullpen to close out, though. I mean, if they have a lead, that guy's a pretty good pitcher, too, though. So, hold his own type of thing.
He could be a potential trade candidate, too, because the Twins are a few years away from being pretty good, and Perkins is a luxury that you don't really need when you're a bad team.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. And just trying to rebuild and fill in all these holes and just make the most of what they got right now type of team, I think, right now.
Anthony Swarzak, he's a young pitcher who they really like. I've heard of his name before. He might actually be a potential starter. They have him as a reliever. And Brian Dunsing, Matt Guerriere, Samuel DeDuno, they have a okay bullpen with people you've heard of. and they'll definitely be tested because the pitching is not spectacular.
Yeah. Some all-stars. Joe Mauer, probably the only one.
Maybe Glenn Perkins.
Yeah, possibly. Maybe Josh Willingham. I mean, not a ton on this team, though, but Joe Mauer is definitely the big name guy. Everyone loves him. Minnesota Twins fans love him.
Yeah, Mauer, the hometown hero, too. Great player. He's probably the only lock. Even if he doesn't have that great of a season, MLB requires every team to have an all-star, and Joe Mauer is basically the only top all-star they have.
Yeah, he'll be there. Time for some bold predictions. I think they're going to finish last in the division. Just kind of a rebuilding year again for them, but it takes time, and they're looking for to have a young, talented team in the next couple of years. So I think they're going to have to take a bad season right now.
Yeah, I think they'll probably have. I honestly think this will be the worst team in the major leagues this year because I think the Astros improved a little bit. But after saying that, they have a very, very bright future.
Yeah, that's a bold prediction there. Worst team in the league. Heard it from Justin.
All right. Well, I got to say how it is.
Yep, and next week we've got your favorite team in the league. Oh, I know how much you love that team from St. Louis.
St. Louis Cardinals. Oh, I can't stand
And
them.
sadly, they're going to have a good year, too, like always.
Yep. All right. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be back with the Cardinals soon.